After Carabao Cup final yesterday, it's time to crack on in the FA Cup today. We start with Bradford at home in that competition. We'll be simulating this first game to free up the playing staff of the first 11 to be able to play in the Premier League in the upcoming weekend. We've also 2 games today in the Europa League against Chelsea, and they'll be on their way shortly. We have taken a 1-0 lead through Jamie Shackleton, thankfully. He's got a hat-trick in the Europa League yesterday against Porto, which is a large factor in why we were able to get through to the round of 16 where we face Chelsea today. This is the round of 16 of the FA Cup as well, and we're through there, which is fantastic. We have a game against Nottingham Forest at the weekend in the Premier League. We'll find out... there you go. We'll find out who else we have in the FA Cup later on. And indeed, it's Wolves. There you go. So Forest, Wolves and Watford will be the 3 played games today. We will play the FA Cup next time around. Right then, moving forward, time to take on Nottingham Forest in the Premier League and try and... Oh, we could. City have dropped more points. They had... Who do they have? They drew against Watford on match day 28, so we could, but they've dropped points elsewhere as well. We beat them yesterday. They beat West Ham there, but they must have dropped more points at some point as well. No, the gap was 9, wasn't it? The gap was 9, and it currently sits at 8. No, they must have, my brain is confusing itself here. So they drew there. So they were on 60. Yeah, they were on 63. So yeah, sorry, my brain is running away with me. They were 9 points. It's now 8 points, but we could extend it to 11 with victory in this first game against Nottingham Forest. City might have just lost the chance of coming back at us for the Premier League. We are having our grip on the title firm, harder and harder every single Premier League game at the minute. Will we win again? Once a winner, always a winner. Right there, Nottingham Forest. Bring it on. Forest team has Muric in goal, Cash, Miazka, Varnia and Ribeiro, Marimon and Otavio, Rigoni, Harrop and Carvalho, and Sam Surridge up top. Babacar still on the bench for them. Babacar still on the bench. Tyler Walker started against us last time for Forest, but they've gone with another striking option on this occasion. They haven't tended to do well against us, Forest, since we both gained promotion to the Premier League. I think this might be more of the same. Into Renato. Marlon had to drop deep there to get involved, but did well to do so. And Roberts is through that gap. And what option do I use? Oh, this one. Jadon Sancho's arrived in the box. No! Jadon, come on, pal. Doniel Marlon, in recent episodes, has been utilising the post to try and help him score. But the post has definitely stopped Sancho from scoring there. Oh, man. That was such a good opportunity. I wasn't expecting to be able to go to Jadon Sancho. And then all of a sudden it opened up for him. But he wasn't able to tuck it home. Tyler Roberts could do something similar here. But we're going to look for the pass instead. Lift it. Oh, I tried to get there and dink it over the keeper because I knew he'd be diving at my feet. I did get to the ball, but at the exact same time as the goalkeeper. And unfortunately, that meant that I wasn't able to lift it over him. Oh, and we haven't been able to find the teammate there either. We're nearly getting there in the opening 15 minutes. We just need that little bit more quality. Might come now. Sanchez into Roberts, back there to Phillips, back to Roberts, turns well, Marlon, let it run. Oh, he's done the defender. I should have gone for the pass. I knew immediately that I'd messed that up. Oh, Sanchez turns, Marlon will go for the pass again. I've not even got possession of the ball to play the pass. Calvin Phillips, just let fly. Is that a corner or a goal kick? Goal kick. Phillips, cross to Hakimi, down the line. Nicely to Sancho. It has been all Leeds United, you're right. Come on. Oh, play does really deserve a goal. We can't get it, Lee. That's the problem, Mr. Dixon. I can't get the bloody goal. Tried everything so far. The opening half an hour, and The ball will not go in the back of the net. Forest aren't playing well at all. But I can't score. Marlon trying to turn and find some space, but tripped in the process. No foul given though. Rigoni could find the ball through. Has found Josh Harrop. Give me that. Yes, Malacia. Well done. Ball forward to Saint-Maximin. We'll try again to go forward and score a goal. Bit more space for Roberts here than Marlon. Renato is arriving. Roberts has gone again. There's Calvin. Tyler's made a good run into that space. I'm going to have to duck back. Back to Saint-Maximin. And now Muric is in the way again. Still no opening goal for this game. Their goal has been peppered with shots so far. Oh, Militao's up well, but wide. Got the option to go so far clear at the top of the Premier League table. But Forest have just stood firm so far. They've been like a guaranteed 3 points for ages in the Premier League. That's a poor touch from turn by Marlon. He's won it back though. Oh, no! How has he messed that pass up? Roberts was on his own. Oh my God, I'm not going to get a better opportunity to score than that, am I? That is the most clear-cut, simple pass and open goal finish you'll see for a long time. And he's ballsed it up, Daniel Marlon. Hakimi intercepts that nicely. He's struggling for stamina now. Going to have to make substitutions in this second half. Phillips forward to Tyler Roberts. No, another misplaced pass. Renato wins it back. Oh, but it won't let anyone lock onto the ball for me. And now Hakimi's been caught napping positionally. And that's a decent delivery. Militao behind for a corner for them. Oh, Tyler Adams is going to have to come on here. Jamie Shackleton is going to have to come on for Marlon. I'm going to move Tyler Roberts further up. And a towel for Hakimi. Half an hour to go. Come on, lads. Let's get this bloody goal. As I was saying earlier, it's been a guaranteed 3 points previously, Nottingham Forest. But the one time where 3 points would almost certainly put us in an uncatchable position in the Premier League. Now is the time where it's become more difficult than ever to get a victory against Nottingham Forest. And the difference in our two teams is drastic in quality. Why that didn't go to either Tyler Adams or Kevin Phillips, I have no idea. Marimon, 15 minutes to go now. We've had more dominant performances against Premier League winners, let alone sides that are in the bloody relegation zone. Jadon Sancho to Tyler Roberts, back to Sancho again. Running out of room, but somehow great footwork keeps possession. Sancho forward to Roberts. He's going to go again, Jadon. Just can't get past their defence. They stood so firm and strong. Carvalho with a throw. Ribeiro back to Carvalho in unorthodox fashion, I think is how we'll phrase that. Ball given away down the line. And as Derek Ray just rightly said, just 10 minutes to go. Here's Phillips. Forward to Shackleton. Arriving is Roberts. Back through. Oh, he's so far offside, Jamie Shackleton. He's going to bury it, but he's so far offside. Oh, the ball's in the back of the net, but it won't count. Matty Cash. Nice tackle by Alain Saint-Maximin. Please, for the love of God, can we find a winning goal in the last few minutes? We did it in the Carabao Cup yesterday. I need something more and something similar today. Ah, Jesus! There's just too many defenders back there. They've committed defensively in so many numbers in this game, and it's worked perfectly for them. Absolutely perfectly. And if they steal it now, they will have really done a job on us. Van Aken trying to intercept the pass of the ball there with Militao, and I've done well. That's not good enough as a clearance, and it will be a 0-0 frustrating draw against Nottingham Forest. The chance to go 11 points clear at the top of the table has not been able to be taken. What a wonderfully large amount of highlights. Forest did fuck all other than just sit on the edge of their box in that game. And I couldn't find a way through. City 1, Everton 1. And unfortunately the gap will remain as it was. I'll praise Hakimi's resilience. He was tired in that game. But our unbeaten run goes on to 19. Rather it was a winning run though. The lads were tired. But hopefully, come the end of the season, their extra efforts will be rewarded. Proud of you, Jayden, although you could have finished that chance a little bit better in the previous game. Right then, Chelsea in the Europa League. Player returns from injury. HÅLAND is on his way back, lads. HÅLAND is on his way back. Sim the Europa League as ever. They lost to us recently. That was the Carabao Cup final yesterday. Jarrod Bowen misses a penalty inside 60 seconds. Jarrod Bowen scores a penalty in the 16th minute. What on earth Chelsea are doing defensively, I've no idea. But we're 1-0 up in the first leg as we head into the second half. A towel with a straight red. Oh, Yusuf. Yusuf. It hasn't cost us the result. Come on, mate. 1-0 up in the first leg with Wolves to play next in the FA Cup. Mr. Fatal is an idiot, but at least we have the numbers to be able to cope in that position. Now, what does HÅLAND's fitness look like? Not the best, equally not the worst. I'll add him to the bench. Saint-Maximin has gone down in rating to 87. Why is he starting? He's getting first team football every week, and he's gone down in rating because his form is bad, apparently. I mean, 8 assists and 6 goals in 37 games isn't the worst. But it's made his form go down. I didn't expect that. Well, maybe it's the right time for HÅLAND to come back then. Marlon back to the left. HÅLAND into the starting lineup again as of probably the final game of the episode. And Saint-Maximin back to the rotation 11. That's odd. He shouldn't be going down in rating yet. Anyway, let's go and beat Wolves again. Wolves 11 then looks very similar. In fact, is, I believe, exactly the same as the side we played in the league yesterday. We came out on top there by 2-1, and they did give us a nervy final few minutes. So we'll have to be at our best again, and we haven't been at our best so far in today's episode. An improved performance is needed. Hakimi into Renato Sanchez. Phillips through the gap to Donyell Marlon. Around the corner to Renato Sanchez, and Donyell Marlon's in again. Well defended by Wolves. I certainly hope they're not going to put up a similar level of defensive solidity that Forest did in the last game, because that was so frustrating. Forest just didn't try and score. They came to get a point, and they did it spectacularly well. Jesus Christ, that was a frustrating game to play. Wolves, I expect, to be slightly more ambitious, especially at home. We shall wait and see, though. They certainly gave us a good old go in the league in the last episode. This one, of course, FA Cup instead. Renato through that gap. Marlon with me. Tyler Roberts through that gap. Lovely little scooped pass that will lead to a goal kick. Win that header, please, Malacia. Well up. Not necessarily well aimed, but at least we got to the loose ball. Phillips to Sanchez. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yes, Calvin. Getting really frustrated now. I just can't seem to break the AI down in today's episode. And it's not like... Oh, what a save. I'm recording this in the same session as I recorded the last episode, yesterday's. Oh, Militao, it's the closest he's come from a goal from a corner. So I'm not necessarily in bad FIFA form. I was playing really well when recording yesterday's episode, and I'm recording this on the back of that. So I don't know whether the AI have stepped up their abilities or what, but I just cannot seem to score against them whilst recording this episode. I can't get the ball to go in. Please, please, please. Yes! I can get the ball to go in. Let's go and celebrate in front of those travelling Leeds fans. Finally! Into Donyell Marlon. Forward there to Roberts. And Marlon again. Please. No, I tried to shape onto Marlon's right foot before taking the shot, but he looked to shape and then still shot on his left. Oh, and that's a terrible pass. I should have just gone backwards and played the easy ball just to keep possession. Renato's won it back, thankfully. Jadon Sancho. Oh, it's unnecessary for the flare pass. I didn't ask for that. Stop it. Oh, Jesus. 5 minutes to go till half-time. I'm 1-0 up, but I'm still just as frustrated. Let me get a second goal, please, Wolves, and then I can just calm down and feel confident of getting the win. Neto. Pushing forward into this space. I'm worried about the ball in there. Militao has dealt with it once. And Renato has dealt with it a second time. Come on. Let's get this forward. I'm actually not that confident of going through against Chelsea in the second leg. We have the 1-0 lead, but the second leg is back at the bridge, and Chelsea are obviously going to be a lot stronger there. And I doubt that we'll be able to get a similar result, but time will tell. We are away from home here, I guess, and putting in a good, not necessarily a good performance, but looking like we're going to get a positive result at the very least. Daniel Marlon, I'll look for Roberts. Jesus Christ, I cannot get my passing game to work in today's episode. Everything is getting cut out with an interception or misplaced at the final opportunity to play a ball. We're being just as solid as ever defensively. So I'm happy enough with that level of performance, or that side of the performance. Renato's just had his pocket picked there. I tried to play the pass, and Pedro Neto's literally just run up and run off with the ball. Inside there to Renato. And here's Daniel Marlon. Tyler Roberts is there. Get that back to Renato. Through the... Ah, it's a terrible pass, Renato. Fucking hell. I'm losing my mind here. If I didn't have this 1-0 lead and it was still 0-0 like the Forest game, I'd probably be getting even more irate. Particularly frustrated with how things are going so far in this episode. But at least we stand to get ourselves through as we are in this game at present. Ben White seemed rather reluctant to run towards that. Oh, dearie me. I've not been as frustrated playing career mode for a long time as I am in this episode right now. And Marlon's just run a mile offside. Oh, it doesn't stop. Phillips, Shackleton, he's off the bench here. Jamie. Sam Maximan has gone off and Tyler Roberts has been moved out wide. Can Jamie Shackleton offer me what nobody else has been able to this point in this game? A little bit of drive, a little bit of determination and a little bit of quality. 2-0, we'll go through to the next round of the FA Cup. Thank the Lord. Through the gap to Shackleton. Gets away from the defender. Marlon is there. Jamie again. What an impact Jamie Shackleton has had off the bench. Renato buries it. Sometimes it just takes that one change and every door starts to open. Shackleton off the bench, a goal and an assist, another one for Renato, and we are certainly through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Kangan Lee into Carrascal. Brilliant ball over the top looking for Giles, who's offside. In the end, it's going to look like a very comfortable scoreline, but the actual game has been anything but, as you will have been able to see from my frustrations in the highlights. Just been a game of banging your head against a brick wall. Eventually, a hole opened up and we went through it and scored another couple, but Jesus, that was a pain in the arse to play. Chelsea next in the Europa League. And then, who was it at the end of the month? Watford, wasn't it, in the league? Watford. Wolves and Watford. All credit to the lads. They worked hard and eventually ground out the victory. We could have scored more. I'd say the scoreline was unfair to them. They defended really well until the final 15 minutes or so. It wasn't easy at all, but we got through. That's the most important thing. Oh, Christ. Match rescheduled. I'm not sure who we'll have in the next round. It might even be Chelsea again. Players leaving international duty. Games rescheduled because of the next FA Cup game, which is against Chelsea. Well, it's the semi-finals of the FA Cup. That was the quarter-final. For some reason, my brain told me that was the... Towel suspended. That was the quarter-final. It was Bradford. Sorry, the round of 16. It was Bradford that was the round of 16. Right then. Actually, that's the wrong price, isn't it? There we go. Do it that way around. Right, Chelsea. Can we beat you again? I'm not sure, actually, about this one. They've just beaten Liverpool by 1-0. So they're going to be in better spirits than they were after losing the game against us the previous midweek. We have a 1-0 home leg lead. Which is not the most confidence-inspiring, but that away goal from Weston McKennie could see us through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. This is the round of 16, I think, isn't it? So many cup competitions, so many different rounds. I'm getting lost. We are through. 2 single-goal-to-nil performances against Leeds. More games rescheduled. Another suspension picked up as Atal comes back from his suspension. Let's put Price on the... Actually, no. Let's put... Leave Price there. Jesus, come on, Chess. Where did you go? There he is. Right. Oh, actually, HÅLAND's back now, isn't he? Erling Braut Haaland is going to be back in the starting lineup. A transfer offer for Donyell Malen of £53 million. Go away, Paris Saint-Germain. You are not having my man. Right then. Actually, no, that's the wrong team. Boom. Donyell Malen back out wide. Alain Saint-Maximin onto the bench. Haaland is back to start. Wunderbar. Right, which means that Saint-Maximin can go back into that starting lineup. Jarrod Bowen will still have to continue up top whilst we wait for the return of Matheus Cunha. But I could really do with 3 points in this game after that draw in the last league game. I'll consider it, Renato. Consider it so much so that you will definitely start. Right, the return of Haaland. Right, the Watford team in the way. Pontus Dahlberg, Calabria, Duarte and Dicker and Messina. Caceres and Cubas. Fulgini, Garcia and Peñaranda out wide with David Okereke, up top. Please don't put up a ridiculously stubborn defensive performance, Watford. I'm not sure I can cope with it for a 3rd game in a row. Given away. Not the best of starts from Watford. Please keep that going. Let that be a theme throughout. Sancho lifted into the middle. Malen! Oh, wild. Wild, wild, wild. Swing and a miss. Oh, nicely through. Manu Garcia's turned well. Good block by Hakimi. Oh, you spawn bags. How lucky can you get? He's nowhere near the play. Great block. And Hakimi just stands there as the ball's like, it's down there, it is. In the back of the bloody net. Now it is. 1-0 down in the 8th minute. As if to make matters even more frustrating today. Jesus wept. Give me a chance, please. Peñaranda. No. Stop it. Stop it. Sanchez looking for Jadon Sancho. What a ball. I see Tyler Roberts. He's who I'll look for. Tyler, bury that. Not behind for long. And in... Oh no, I thought for a minute we had the entire stand there for away fans. Large portion of Leeds United fans have travelled to North West London. And a large portion of Leeds United fans are cheering for a goal for their team. We're level. Haaland with the switch to Jadon Sancho. He's there again, Erling. Tyler Roberts. He's there again, Erling. Oh, Pen, surely. Surely. Now, will he send him? I believe he should only get a yellow. I think the double jeopardy rule is still a thing. Apparently not. Unless, maybe the double jeopardy thing is only if it's, like, it's only a straight red if it's a clear goal-scoring opportunity, which that clearly was. I was in the process of shooting. I think that is a red. Do I give it to Haaland? Well, he's got better pens. He won it. He can take it. Back in the starting lineup. And back on the score sheet, the big Norwegian is back with a bang. Leeds 2, Watford 1. In the space of 18 minutes, we've gone 1-0 down and now lead. Fulgini down the line. Nicely tackled by Malacia. After a very frustrating start, things are actually going quite well for us now in this game. And on the overlap here is Donyell Malen. And he's taken it in his stride really well. I look for Renato. Oh, it's a good save. Now it's my turn to be the spawn bag. I shall do the apology for that, lads. Sorry, Watford. That's really harsh. They're already down to 10, and then that goes against them as well. But now we're one bullshit goal apiece. So maybe I shouldn't feel that bad. 3-1. This could be a cricket score by the end. Or, now I've said that, there'll be no more goals. Peñaranda, nicely done. Good delivery too. Oh, Correca. There are more goals. And Watford have another one back. Militao underneath it. And he turned to look at him there twice. And then, well, he went to jump, but didn't really leave the ground. That's questionable. Stop screwing me over, game. For fuck's sake. 3-2. What a first half. Renato Sanchez. HÅLAND. No. Not having it. Phillips. Renato. Oh, if I could have just got that pass off to HÅLAND, that would have been the most incredible flowing move. Very, very nearly in for a fourth. HÅLAND. Tyler Roberts. Get there, Renato. Foul on Tyler Roberts as he played the pass, and a yellow card for, is that Kubas? He's little. He looks little. It's Kubas, it is. Renato with a free kick. Short. Actually, can I play that short to Marlon? I could. We'll try something from the training ground. Into Marlon. Out of his feet. And, oh, brilliant save by Dahlberg. Top stop to keep his side within touching distance of us. And brilliant hands there too. Militao. Forward to Sanchez. Looking for Jadon Sancho through the gap, who will drill it into the middle, where the defender will clear. Oh, and Kubas has done brilliantly to get to that. Peñaranda with a little fancy flick. Don't go up the other end and equalise when you've got 10 men, please. Thank you. Good switch, though. Oh, Jadon intercepts. Gets caught. Tyler Roberts will look to accelerate away, and he won't be able to do so. This game is getting rather feisty, isn't it? Renato Sanchez into Calvin Phillips. HÅLAND. I need runners. Got some. They're not all going into places where I can use them, though. Looking for HÅLAND. Oh, from the edge of the box. He's caught. Another free kick. Another card. This is the most outrageous first half. I will shoot this time with Renato. And... oh, Dahlberg with another top stop. This has been the most action-packed first half we've had for a very long time. And that will be the end of it, though, with the scoreline at 3-2. And Watford down to 10 men. Kubas into Okereke, who's on 2 so far for this game so far. When that hit the post, I thought he'd hit the inside of it and it had gone in. What a strike from Okereke. Who is this guy? Is he a regen or is he a real-life player? That's the wrong menu. I've not heard of the name before. He's a real-life guy, Okereke. David Okereke, what is your potential? Because I'm genuinely curious. Just as we were with Pokranitz at West Ham. He's got potential of 80 and that's it. He's down fast though. 90 acceleration, 91 sprint speed at the beginning of a save at 73 rated. Potential of 80. And well, I tell you what, his performance here might make him a potential transfer target for the RTG with Cambridge. Because he's been outrageous in this game. Maybe be a killer player to have at League One or Championship level perhaps. We'll look for Tyler Roberts around the corner there. Oh, I tried to do a Blurb spin and he just didn't do it, annoyingly. Never mind. Malacia. Oh, Jesus, that was a loose pass, wasn't it? We've had enough action in this game to make up for the lack of it in the one against Nottingham Forest. Perhaps even more so. Renato turns. Can we get a fourth goal? No, I should have played the extra pass to Jadon Sancho. There's half an hour to go here. They've got 10 men, Watford, but the way that they've played so far and continue to play, you can't write them out of this. That's it. Inside to Renato Sanchez. Forward to Erling Braut Haaland. A 1-2 with Tyler Roberts. He's turned well. Shown good strength. Will use the extra pass. Marlon. Lovely drop with the shoulder. And he's not to be denied. He might be back out on the left, but he's still scoring goals. 4-2. That should be game now, I hope. Messina, nicely intercepted by Hakimi. Oh, Tyler Roberts just needed better hold-up play there, and I could have sent Jadon Sancho away. Okereka's on a hat-trick, and thankfully Ben White, although he's really struggled to regain his balance, just out-muscled him. Roberts around the corner there, and now Calvin Phillips is on a drive forward. We'll work it out wide to try and stretch their defence. They've committed a man there, and Calabria's done brilliantly to ensure that they keep or get possession back even. Chelsea just gone 1-0 up in the last 5 minutes against West Ham. That's a disgustingly good cross, and thankfully the keeper came to deal with it. Sancho, space for HÅLAND. It's not the best of passes though. Can he win that header? He can. I'll look to play him in and behind again. But I've been poor in trying to turn with him. That's a good header though. And Sancho, look through that gap for HÅLAND. Could go one way, could go the other. I went to try and play a 1-2 and I've ballsed that up as well. Well, I still haven't been playing that well in even this game. Definitely not been playing well in the episode as a whole, but somehow we're going to come away with 3 goals against Wolves. God, that doesn't sum everything up. And 4 goals against Watford. Jesus Christ, Tyler. If I'd needed that to win and we were level, you can't even imagine how I would have exploded there. But I probably wouldn't have rushed it quite so much, and I'd have taken a little bit more care in making sure it went on target at the very least. That is 20 games unbeaten in the Premier League. Never in doubt is what I'll say. Though it was when we went 1-0 down. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, right. Jesus. And breathe and relax. My manager rating is still really low. I know I got knocked out of the Champions League, but I'm still going for a European trophy. Influential performance, Renato. Still have your place in the squad, Jayden. You literally just played, pal. Don't worry. So at the end of... Oh, transfer offer for Hakimi. At the end of the month, as we push towards the start of April, where we start with a game against Newcastle, Cunha is on his way back as well. Superb. We are 5 points clear of City, who have dropped yet more points. We have 2 games in hand and can go 11 points clear of them if we win it. Where have they dropped points? They drew with Watford there, but we drew with Forest. They beat Crystal Palace, but we beat Wolves. Oh no, that was in the FA Cup, wasn't it? We beat Watford, and they beat Leicester. I don't know where they've dropped another draw then. Have I missed somewhere? No, beat Palace. Drew there. They must have drawn towards the end of the last month then, did they? No, they beat us. Oh, I don't know. Christ knows. But we're 5 points clear, but could go a further 6 clear if we win our 2 games in hand. Why they play 31 when everyone else has played 29, I'm not sure, but it's a ridiculously busy month for April, so I will almost certainly, well, we'll be simming both Lille games, so let's play Newcastle, Bournemouth and Villa, sim both Lille games and then split it and play Swansea, Chelsea and Chelsea in the next episode before, because these are the semi-finals, or they're the quarter-finals. Christ, it's going to get even busier. It's going to get even busier, provided we get through against Lille, of course. That will do us for today, though. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Glad I was able to turn it around after that frustrating Forest game and more than an hour against Wolves, but the goals finally came, and in quite some fashion. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.